What's going on, friends? Welcome back to Car Sports Corner. I'm back from the dead. Man, I had a respiratory infection or something for the last week and a half. Killer. Man, it sucked. But hey, it's gone now, thank God. One good thing that came out of that, I was like, you know what? Man, I'm just going to lay around, rest up, watch some college basketball. That didn't last long. The medications I was on, I watched about 10 minutes of a game, even that, and then boom. Man, I was out the rest of the game. Missed a lot of good basketball this last week and a half, but hey, crap has finally moved on out of me, thank God. Anyway, we're going to go over some things over here the last few days. A lot of the news items I have, I was going to originally do them last week and stuff like that. So these are kind of old stories, but being sick, I didn't do any videos or anything. So a lot of these news stories you probably already know about, you probably already heard, but we'll just go over them anyway, for the hell of it. Hey, before we start, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything. Listen to it in the background at work. Watch it at home when you're bored. Hey, whatever. All right, so let's get down to it. Let's get down to these news. Like I said, a lot of this news is old already. Sure, a lot of you have already heard all these things, but hey, we'll go over them anyway. I do not get this story. I've never got this story since it came out. I just don't understand. I think everybody knows Alabama forward Darius Miles arrested, charged with capital murder. What's that? A couple Sundays ago, following a shooting early on a Sunday morning in Tuscaloosa. Him and some buddies don't know what all happened, but evidently they got into an altercation with somebody. Started shooting. A mother of three was killed. He was arrested later that Sunday morning, removed from campus, removed from the team. This kind of crap I don't get. This reminds me of years ago, some of you old schoolers might remember. Remember Lawrence Phillips? That badass running back at Nebraska? Man, back then, Nebraska had the world in their hands, kind of like Alabama basketball does right now. Kicked ass, and what was it, the second or third game of that season? Beat the hell out of his ex-girlfriend or his girlfriend that night, and then got thrown off the team, thrown in jail. And ever since then, his career plummeted. I think after a while, the NFL let him play, which I don't think he did very good. I remember he went to NFL Europe for a while, which is that even a thing anymore? Then a few years ago, he died in jail. I forget what happened. Suicide or another inmate killed him. I forget. Anyway, I don't get this kind of crap. You got the world in your hands, and you still want to go hang out with a bunch of morons who, well, look what happens now. Now you're in prison. Year or 2 years from now, maybe you can make it to the NBA, make some decent money. You ain't gonna do that now because you're stupid. So, he took the Lawrence Phillips route. Hope he's proud of himself. Just another wasted opportunity right there. And I forget the girl's name, but prayers to her. Her three kids, man. Now they don't have a mother anymore. Prayers to her family and friends. It's just all around sad. Do you remember we talked about D3 Concordia Chicago head coach Steve Keller put several of his players in the hospital because of a grueling practice. They had broken curfew, so he worked the shit out of them in practice. Well, he'll keep his job. I guess Concordia Chicago is happy with the results he's made. I don't know. I haven't looked at their record. But hey, yeah, they're going to keep him. They say, all right, you can keep coaching, even though you put 5 players in the hospital after your grueling practice. So, yeah, he's keeping his job. Ohio State quarterback C.J. Stroud declares for the draft. I think that came down last week, as did USC wide receiver Jordan Addison. He's going to the draft too. Oklahoma State quarterback Spencer Sanders transfers to Ole Miss. Not too surprised about that. I don't get Oklahoma State lately. They start off the season on fire, and then midway towards the end of the season, somebody beats them, and they just fall apart after that. I mean, they look like a strong, damn good team until that loss, and then they just fall apart. So I don't blame him for transferring. He wants to try something else. Florida releases, excuse me, still got a little bit of stuff left over. Florida releases 5-star quarterback Jaden Rashad. He was a 2022 commit, originally committed to Miami, switched to Florida. Now he's on the run again. Can't help but think that maybe NIL has something to do with all that. Former Miami quarterback, Jake Garcia, he commits to Missouri. Notre Dame basketball coach Mike Brey, he will step down after this year, after the season is over. He's been there for more than 2 decades. From what people say on TV, he's a hell of a guy, too. So, be sad to see him go, but, you get older and you just want to start spending time with family, I guess. Ed Reed. Remember we talked about Ed Reed? He's going to be the new Bethune Cookman coach. Not after all. Says the contract fell through. And I saw something about a profanity-laced tirade online somewhere. I think he was knocking Bethune Cookman, if I heard that right. So Bethune Cookman said, yeah, you know what? We don't need you as our coach. So I don't know what they're going to do now. Ed Reed is out there. A lot of Bama fans happy because Alabama OC Bill O'Brien, he's leaving. He's going back to the Patriots. And then the defensive coordinator, I forget his name, he's going to Ole Miss. So a lot of Bama fans are happy, but now Bama's got to find a couple new coaches, which I don't doubt Nick Saban will do. You know he will. Never understood why Bill O'Brien came up, why they offered a job to him in the first place. Being here in Houston Texans land, we saw how he did with the Houston Texans. I mean, they'd score, touchdown, 10 points in the first quarter, and that was it. Play conservative the rest of the way. We're going to win this game playing conservative. And, of course, majority of the time they didn't. People were just ready to run him out of town. And when I heard Nick Saban hired him, I was like, what the hell's going on there? Whatever. But anyway, he's gone now. Bama fans are happy. Georgia wide receiver Rare Thomas arrested, felony misdemeanor charges. I guess this happened the last couple of days. Couldn't find anything why. They just said he got arrested. If I remember right, he transferred from Mississippi State or something to Georgia. I forget. Anyway, that's your news. Like I said, a lot of them are old, but I've been dead to the world for the last week and a half. So, all right, so let's go back to Saturday. Number 25, 13-6, Arkansas beat Ole Miss 69-57. Ole Miss, they had 17 turnovers and the ball stolen from them 12 times in that game. 14-5, Duke beat number 17, 15-4 Miami, 68-66. And once again, all these rankings and records are what they were back. I know they've changed since last Saturday. Duke's Filipowski, 17 points, 14 rebounds. Miami's Miller, 19 points. Duke was 40% from the field. Miami only shot 35% from the field. This was actually a good game. I mean, it was close all the way, tied at 38 at halftime. Miami just couldn't outlast them. Duke outlasted them by 2 points. But that was a good game. I enjoyed it. Syracuse moved to 13-7 after beating Georgia Tech 80-63 on Saturday. 12-8, George Mason beat Rhode Island by 6. Number 18, 21-1, Charleston defeated Northeastern 87-61. 13-6, Central Florida lost to 9-11. South Florida 85-72. South Florida's Harris, 33 points in that one. He was 6 for 14 from three-point land. Number 8, 16-4, Xavier beat Georgetown 95-82. Xavier's Fremantle, 30 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Hell of a game for him. 10-9, George Washington beat 13-7 Dayton, 76-69. 10-9, Vanderbilt beat 13-6 Georgia, 85-82. Manjan for Vanderbilt, 19 points. And Abdur Ram, I think that's how you say his name, for Georgia, 21 points. Vanderbilt, 48% from the field, 48% from three-point land. Georgia was 44% from the field, 33% from three-point land. Number 14, 15-4, TCU beat number 2, 16-3 Kansas, 83-60. TCU's Wells, 17 points. Wilson for Kansas, 30.7 rebounds. TCU, 54% from the field. Kansas was only 39% from the field. TCU was 53% from three-point land. Kansas was 33%. And TCU hit 81% of their free throws, where Kansas only hit 64. Excellent excellent shooting in that game all game long. Kansas was just off. I don't know what happened to them. They just shot bad. Plus, they had 17 turnovers, so that didn't help matters any. Number 14-7, UMBC beat New Hampshire 80-69. 16-6, UNC Wilmington beat Stony Brook 62-51. Number 11, 17-3, Arizona beat number 5, 17-3, UCLA 58-52. Arizona's Ballo, 16 points. UCLA's Campbell, he had 13 points. 14-7, Colgate beat 12-7 American by 1 point. 12-8, Drexel beat Delaware by 3. 15-4, Fordham beat 13-7 Duquesne, 65-58. 12-8, Harvard beat 14-5 Cornell, 95-89. 11-8, Jacksonville beat 13-8 Queens College, 77-70. Number 13, 7-2, Kansas State beat 10-9 Texas Tech, 68-58. Kansas State's Noel, 23 points. Harmon from Texas Tech had 13 points. Texas Tech actually led this game by 5 at halftime. But Kansas State shot 43% from the field. 13-6, Kentucky beat 13-6 Texas A&M, 76-67. Kentucky's Reeves had 23 points. A&M's Radford had 22 points. A&M actually shot a little better from the field. They shot 49%, where Kentucky only shot 40%. 15-6, UNC Asheville beat South Carolina Upstate, 64-58. Battle of the Catholic Schools. Boston College beat Notre Dame, 84-72. 16-5, Liberty beat North Florida, 73-62. 15-6, Longwood beat Presbyterian by 2. 11-8, Ohio State beat 12-7 Iowa, 93-77. Sensabaugh for Ohio State, 27 points. Murray for Iowa, 22 points in that one. Ohio State shot 56% from the field, where Iowa shot 45%. 11-8, Oklahoma State, 61. They beat number 12, 14-4, Iowa State, 61-59. Oklahoma State's Anderson III, 18 points. And Osuni from Iowa State, 15 points in that one. 14-5, Princeton beat Dartmouth by 3. Number 22, 15-5, Providence beat DePaul, 75-64. Providence's Locke, 29 points in that one. 16-5, Southern Illinois beat Missouri State, 61-57. Number 10, 15-3, Virginia beat 14-6 Wake Forest, 76-67. Virginia's Franklin, 25 points, 10 rebounds. And Monsanto for Wake Forest, he had 25 points also. Virginia was 40% from the field, where Wake Forest was 39%. 17-4, Oral Roberts beat North Dakota, 84-72. 13-6, Penn State beat Nebraska, 76-65. 14-6, St. Louis beat LaSalle, 84-71. 13-6, Akron beat Western Michigan, 63-55. 17-4, Marshall beat Arkansas State, 87-78. 7-13, Florida State beat 13-7 Pitt, 71-64. FSU's Green Jr., he had 24 points in that one. 17-4, Southern Miss beat 13-8 James Madison by 13 points. 11-8, Western Illinois beat 13-9 St. Thomas by 4. Number 16, 16-3, Auburn beat South Carolina, 81-66. Auburn's Brome, 27 points, 11 rebounds. 13-8, Eastern Kentucky beat Austin Peay, 74-59. Still not completely over this stuff, but feel a lot better than I did. 16-5, North Texas beat 13-7 UAB, 63-52. 15-6, Belmont beat 13-8 Bradley by 2 points. 13-6, Norfolk State beat Coppin State, 96-65. 15-6, Drake beat Evansville, 97-61. 14-7, Towson beat Albion by 4 points. Number 9, 16-3, Tennessee beat 12-7 LSU, 77-56. James for Tennessee, 22 points, 7 rebounds. Williams for LSU had 16 points. Tennessee shot 45% from the field, where LSU shot 48%. Tennessee, 38% three-point shooting. LSU was 25%. Tennessee was 88% from the free throw line. LSU was 59%. And LSU also had 19 turnovers. LSU, they started the season like 12-1. Now they've lost, I think they lost the other night. They lost 7. They've lost the last 7. I don't know what the hell is going on there. 13-8, UNC Greensboro beat Mercer, 59-48. 14-7 Eastern Washington beat North Arizona by 3. Number 20, 16-5 Marquette beat 12-9 Seton Hall, 74-53. Number 21, 14-5 Baylor beats 11-8 Oklahoma, 62-60. Baylor's Flager, 16 points. OU's Hill, he led the way, 17 points, 9 rebounds. Baylor only shot 36% from the field in that one. Speaking of OU, what the hell's happened to OU and Oklahoma State basketball? Those are some decent teams for the last several years, and I don't know what's going on there in Oklahoma. 15-5 Hawaii beat UC Riverside by 4. 11-9 Southeast Louisiana beat Texas A&M Commerce by 4. 13-8 Tennessee Martin beat Eastern Illinois 91-78. 12-9 Southern Indiana beat 14-7 SIU Edwardsville by 10. 13-7 Middle Tennessee beat 11-9 La Tech 68-51. 12-8 Northwestern State beat New Orleans 88-65. 14-6 North Carolina beat 15-5 North Carolina State 80-69. North Carolina's Davis had 26 points. Joyner for State had 18 points. North Carolina shot 37% from the field, while the Wolfpack shot 42% from the field. 16-4 Louisiana beat Texas State 60-51. 13-8 Troy beat Law Monroe 77-53. 13-8 Lipscomb beat Bellarmine by 20 points. 15-5 Sam Houston beat UT Rio Grande Valley 83-64. 12-8 UC Davis beat Cal Poly by 2. 7-11 Fresno State beat 12-7 UNLV 76-63. Hill for Fresno State, 28 points in that one. Number 19, 16-4 Clemson beat 11-8 Va Tech by 1 point. Clemson's Hall had 20 points. Va Tech's Basile, he had 13 points. They actually led this game by 5 at halftime. Number 4, 72 Alabama beat 14-5 Mizzou, 85-64. Alabama's really become a basketball machine the last couple of years. Sears for Alabama, 17 points. Mosley for Mizzou, 19 points. Alabama shot 37% from the field, where Mizzou shot 33%. Both shot 78% from the free throw line, and Missouri only shot 11% from three-point land. 11-9 Murray State beat 13-8 Indiana State, 82-73. 14-7 Samford beat Western Carolina, 74-65. 16-4 Seattle beat Southern Utah, 81-60. 16-4 Utah State beat 12-8 San Jose State by 1 point. 13-6 Yale beat Penn, 69-61. Number 7, 16-3 Texas beat 11-8 West Virginia, 69-61. Texas Carr had 23 points. West Virginia's Johnson had 22 points. Texas, 47% from the field. West Virginia was 39% from the field. Mountaineers, 20 turnovers in that game. 13-8 Northern Kentucky beat 13-8 Purdue Fort Wayne by 20 points. 13-7 Charlotte beat Western Kentucky by 4 points. 14-6 Milwaukee beat 15-6 Youngstown State, 88-75. Milwaukee's Freeman, 30 points in that game. 15-6 Kennesaw State beat 14-7 Florida Gulf Coast, 65-63. 16-5 Utah Valley beat 13-7 Grand Canyon by 2 points. 14-9 San Francisco beat 14-9 BYU, 82-74. Roberts for San Francisco, 30 points. Williams for BYU, 28 points in that one. 18-4 St. Mary's beat 16-6 Santa Clara, 77-58. Mahoney for St. Mary's, 20 points. Stewart for Santa Clara, 17 points. Let's see here. In overtime, 5-13 Tulsa beat 12-7 Tulane, 81-79. 14-7 Utah beat Washington, 84-61. 11-8 Florida. I watched this one. This one wasn't too bad. Beat 12-7 Mississippi State, 61-59. Florida's Castleton, 13 points. They shot 42% from the field. Mississippi State only shot 39% from the field. Like I said, it's a good game. Bulldogs were behind by most of the game. Brought the score to a tie on back-to-back three-pointers late in the second half. Couldn't capitalize off that. Florida just kept on going and ended up winning that one. Still, no, this is a good game. 13-8, Montana State beat Montana by 3. Number 24, 19-1, Florida Atlantic beat UTEP 67-59. 15-4, San Diego State beat 12-8 Air Force 70-60. Number 6, 17-4, Gonzaga beat Pacific by 9 points. 14-6, USC beat 15-5 Arizona State 77-69. USC's Peterson, 19 points, 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 2 blocks. Washington for Arizona State, 21 points, 8 rebounds in that one. USC shot 49% from the field, where Arizona State only shot 39%. 16-3, UC Santa Barbara beat Cal State Bakersfield, 67-58. That is it for Saturday. Moving on to Sunday. Number 15, 16-5, UConn beat Butler by 30 points. Wow. 13-6, Indiana beat 13-7, Michigan State, 82-69. Jackson Davis for Indiana, 31 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 blocks. Wow. Michigan State's Hauser, 22 points, 6 rebounds. Indiana shot 60% from three-point land. 15-5, Memphis beat 14-7, Cincy, 75-68. Williams for Memphis, 26 points, 8 rebounds. Lankin, 22 points, 10 rebounds, 3 steals for Cincinnati. 11-8, Michigan beat Minnesota, 60-56. Minnesota's another team you wonder what happened to their basketball program. Michigan's Dickinson, 23 points, 9 rebounds. Number 3, 19-1, Purdue beat 12-7, Maryland by 3 points. Purdue's Eddie, 24 points, 16 rebounds. Maryland's Reese, 19 points. Purdue, 39% from the field. Maryland only shot 37% from the field. Each team under 16% in three-point shooting. So that game was off a little bit. 11-7, Wagner beat Sacred Heart by 10 points. 17-4, UMass Lowell beat 13-7, Bryant, 98-79. 9-10, Fairfield beat 13-7, Siena by 10 points. 15-5, Quinnipiac beat Kansas by 5 points. 15-6, Furman beat Wofford, 96-82. 12-9, Temple goes to Houston, beats the number 1, 18-2 Houston Cougars, 1 point, 56-55. Excuse me, damn. Temple's done, 16 points. Houston Sheed, 13 points. Temple shot 31% from the field. Houston only shot 34%. Temple was 33% three-point land. Houston was 35%. Temple, though, cleaned up 91% free throw shooting. Houston was only 56%. Maybe that had something to do with them losing, but they bounced back, though. Houston bounced back and won the one the other night. Going to Monday, 13-5, Northwestern beat 12-6 Wisconsin by 3 points. Bowie for Northwestern, 20 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists. Davis for Wisconsin, 15 points. 15-7, Colgate beat Boston, 64-51. 11-9, Morgan State beat 13-7, Norfolk State by 6 points. 12-8, Western Illinois beat North Dakota, 92-80. 12-8, Va-Tech beat 14-6, Duke, 78-75. Va-Tech's Basel, 24 points, 8 rebounds, 2 blocks. Filipowski for Duke, 29 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals. Not too bad. Va-Tech was 57% from the field. Duke was 48%. 12-7, Grambling beat Arkansas Pine Bluff, 77-70. Number 17, 15-5, Baylor beat number 9, 16-4, Kansas, 75-69. Cryer for Baylor, 22 points. Dick for Kansas, 24 points. Baylor shot only 37% from the field, where Kansas shot 46%. But Kansas did have 13 turnovers in that game. 16-5, Nevada beat number 25, 18-3, New Mexico, 97-94. Nevada's Baker, 28 points. New Mexico's Mashburn Jr., 33 points in that one. Going to Tuesday, 14-6, Rutgers beat 13-7, Penn State, 65-45. 10-10, Buffalo beat 13-7, Ball State, 91-65. 14-6, Toledo beat Eastern Michigan, 84-79. Woes continued for LSU. They lose to Arkansas, 60-40. Wow. Arkansas's Davis, 16.7 rebounds, followed by Black, who had 14.7 rebounds. Leading scorer for LSU was Williams, 9 points. 11 rebounds. And as of this loss to Arkansas, like we just said, LSU started off 12-1. Now they've lost the last 7. So, number 20, 16-4, Miami beat their rival, football rival. Maybe I don't know if it's a basketball rival, but anyway, they beat Florida State 86-63. Pat from Miami had 18 points. 14-6 Akron beat Miami of Ohio 73-68. 15-5 Missouri beat Ole Miss 89-77. 16-5 NC State beat Notre Dame by 3. Joining for NC State 28 points, 6 rebounds. 14-6 Illinois beat 11-9 Ohio State 69-60. Illinois Shannon Jr. 17.7 rebounds in that game. 8-12 Northern Illinois beat 17-5 Southern Illinois. Oh, I'm sorry, 8-12 Northern Illinois beat 11-4 Kent State by 10 points. 17-5 Southern Illinois beat Murray State 68-64. Number 11, 16-4 TCU beat 11-9 OU 79-52. TCU's Miles Jr. 23 points in that one. 16-5 Boise beat Fresno by 10. Number 24, 17-4 Clemson beat Georgia Tech 72-51. 6-6 Drake beat 13-9 Indiana State by 2 points. 14-6 Kentucky, they beat Vandy 69-53. Number 12, 15-4 Iowa State beats number 5, 17-3 Kansas State 80-76. Kansas State's a good basketball team. They've really surprised me this year. Iowa State's Holmes 23 points. Kansas State's Knoll, he had 23 points as well. Number 10, 17-3 Texas beat Oklahoma State 89-75. Carr for Texas, 21 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. Oklahoma State's Boone and Wright, they had 18 points each. Damn. Almost over it. Let's see here. 15-6 North Carolina beat 13-8 Syracuse, 72-68. North Carolina's Nance, 21 points, 4 rebounds in that one. 13-8 San Jose State beat 12-9 Air Force, 82-52. San Jose State Moore, he had 26 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. 13-7 UNLV beat Wyoming 86-72. UNLV's Harkless, 28 points, 8 rebounds. So, moving to Wednesday. Number 13, 7-4 Xavier beat number 19, 6-6 UConn, 82-79. Baum for Xavier, 21 points. Hawkins for UConn, 28 points. Xavier, 53% from the field. UConn was 41% from the field. 16-6 UNC Asheville beat Presbyterian, 88-80 in overtime. UNC's Asheville, Pember, he finished that game with 48 points, 12 rebounds. Wow. 13-7 American, they beat Army by 2 points. 14-7 Duquesne beat Loyola Chicago 72-58. 12-8 Florida beat South Carolina 81-60. Number 3, 19-2 Houston beats 13-7 UCF 82-71. Both leading scorers for Houston and UCF at 18 points apiece. Overtime, 16-6 Furman beat 14-8 Sanford 91-84. 12-8 Lehigh beat Holy Cross 74-68. 8-12 Maine beat 17-5 UMass Lowell by 5 points. 12-8 UMass beat Richmond by 9 points. 13-7 Maryland beat 12-7 Wisconsin 73-55. Maryland's Young had 22 points in that one. 14-8 North Carolina Greensboro beat VMI by 12 points. 14-5 Northwestern beat Nebraska 78-63. Barry, 26 points for Northwestern. 14-7 Pitt beat 14-7 Wake Forest 81-79. Henson for Pitt, 24 points. Appleby for Wake Forest, he had 15 points. Pitt, 48% from the field. Wake Forest shot 51%. Pitt also shot 49% from three-point land. 7-13 Rhode Island beat 13-8 Dayton by 5 points. 16-4 Fordham beat St. Bonaventure 79-68. 13-9 Temple beat South Florida by 3. Number 4, 17-3 Tennessee beat 13-7 Georgia 70-41. Wow. Tennessee Ziegler had 11 points. Roberts
for Georgia, leading scorer, 11 points. Man, listen to these numbers. Tennessee shot 42% from the field. Georgia only shot 29. Tennessee shot 29% from three-point land, which is but Georgia only shot 18% from three-point land. 12-8 West Virginia beat Texas Tech 76-61. 16-5 VCU beat George Mason by 20. 14-8 Purdue Fort Wayne beat IUPUI 81-75. 14-7 Stephen F. Austin beat UT Rio Grande Valley 83-66. Tough week for UT Rio Grande Valley. Lost to Sam Houston and Stephen F. Austin. 14-8 Bradley beat Illinois State by 4 points in overtime. 16-6 Belmont beat Evansville 73-64. 13-8 Cal Baptist beat UT Arlington 74-66. Damn. Get rid of this crap. Number 23, 16-5. Providence beat Butler 79-58. Hopkins, 16 points for Providence. Alabama, again, number 2, 18-2. They beat 12-8 Mississippi State by 3 points. Alabama's Quimmerly, 14 points. Mississippi State Smith, 15.7 rebounds. Alabama was 37% from the field. Mississippi State was 46% from the field. Moving on to these last few games here. Now quit coughing in your face. 14-6, Texas A&M beat Auburn, who's 15th, 16-4. A&M beat them 79-63. Radford for A&M, 30 points, 9 rebounds. Green Jr. for Auburn, 16 points. A&M shot 47% from the field, where Auburn shot 43%. 12-8 Creighton beat St. John's 104-76. 14-6 Indiana beat Minnesota by 4 points. 13-7 Tulane beat Wichita State by 5 points in overtime. Forbes for Tulane had 25 points in that game. 16-4 San Diego State beat 16-5 Utah State 85-75. Seiko for San Diego State 25 points. Funk for Utah State 22 points. Both shot 48% from the field. San Diego State did shoot 55% from three-point land and made 17 out of 20 of their free throws. Man, that is it. Damn, thought I was over this crap. Today, there's 70 games tonight. Starting late afternoon into going into the evening. There are 70 college basketball games. That's crazy, isn't it, for a Thursday? Anyway, a few more hours left today, and we got tomorrow, then the weekend is here again. Man, y'all be safe. Y'all have fun. We'll be back to wrap up what happens today and through the weekend. Probably back on Sunday. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and we'll see you next time.